All right, what do you say we talk about some flashlights? In fact, two of the best flashlights Gear Junkie has ever reviewed. Today in studio, we've got two of the best flashlights on the market for everyday outdoor use. They are the Fenix PD35R and the Fenix PD36R Pro. Very similar, stick with me, we'll get through it. Now these aren't massive light cannons, but they are the perfect size for most people, from hikers to hunters, even law enforcement. Now these two flashlights have actually traded spaces at the top of our best flashlights buying guide for more than 2 years. So, which is better and which should you buy? Let's talk about it, starting with their similarities. Both are about 5.5 inches long, weigh around 5 ounces, and have a USB-C rechargeable battery. Both have plenty of power, well beyond 1,000 lumens, which is more than enough light for the vast majority of outdoor needs. Similarities don't help with decision making, so let's chat about some of the differences. First, the PD35R is significantly less expensive. Retails for $120 and regularly sells for $90 or less, whereas the PD36R retails for $156. The 35R has a lower lumen eco mode at 10 lumens versus 30 lumens for the 36R's lowest mode. This is important because 35R also can run much longer, 100 hours versus 42 hours for the 36R at a slightly higher output. So for those who value a super low light with incredible runtime, the 35R would be a top choice. If you plan to mostly use the light at low output, perhaps for seeing in a tent, the 35R will give you a much longer runtime. For most users, higher output, the medium numbers run about 350 lumens, are the most realistic use case. And here is where the PD36R Pro dominates, the higher output. The 36R Pro will power out 350 lumens for a whopping 8 hours and 15 minutes. That's a healthy battery life for a relatively small flashlight. Conversely, the 35R can push 350 lumens for only 4 hours and 45 minutes. As the lumen output climbs, the 36R Pro continues to dominate. It has a much higher turbo threshold of 2,800 lumens. The 35R maxes out at 1,700. At high, the 36R can run 1,000 lumens for 3 hours 55 minutes. The 35R can only match that power for 2 hours and 15 minutes. You've got two flashlights that are very similar length, overall similar weight. The 36R Pro is a little bit more substantial, which makes sense considering it can output like 1,000 more lumens at high output. These are great for around home if you're also occasionally going to take them outdoors. They're not, full-on tactical flashlights, but as like an EDC, everyday carry flashlight that works for the home or for the campsite. The 35R can go a little bit lower, but comparably stretch that into a much longer battery life, whereas the lowest low for the 36R Pro is a little bit brighter and a significantly shorter battery life on its lowest setting. So if runtime is the absolute most important, this slightly lower output flashlight, the 35R, is the better choice. But if you just want to blind the night, 36R Pro is the way to go. For us at Gear Junkie, the choice is clear that the 36R is a superior flashlight, but that superiority comes at a price. If you don't mind some very minor performance differences, the PD35R is still a fabulous flashlight. And if you can get it for under $100, it's a heck of a deal at a reasonable price. Hopefully, all of this helps you with your buying decisions. After all, both are pretty lit. I'm Adam Ruggiero, and that's the end of this video. Lights off, flashlights on. You guys are gonna add in laser sound effects later, right? In post. Pew, pew.